You can support this channel by checking out the awesome deals on wrestling gear in the links of the description of this video. Thank you for the support. Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Fair Fight Wrestling Podcast. My name is Theron, and this is our series, Be Kind, Rewind, Classic Match Review, where we dig deep into the WWE Network and let you know what matches are must-sees and why. And in my opinion, a classic match, or at least a match worth taking the time to sit down and watch from start to finish, has 5 specific categories, and that involves a really good story, a match that evokes emotion, a match that is full of drama, a match that has a decent amount of stakes up for grabs, and then obviously overall match quality. And today, believe it or not, we've stumbled upon a gem of a match back from 2009 at WWE's The Bash, the World Heavyweight Championship match between Jeff Hardy and CM Punk. And we're going to dive right into this. Don't forget, you can follow us at Twitter at Fairfight Audio. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. That way you never miss an episode. But let's dive right into this match. Okay, let's first off talk about the storyline, right? Go backwards a couple months to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It was a ladder match between Jeff Hardy and Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship, and the crowning conclusion where Jeff Hardy won the World Heavyweight Championship, only to have it taken away from him moments later when CM Punk came running down the aisle with a referee in tow and his Money in the Bank briefcase. He cashed it in and won himself the championship, leaving Jeff Hardy's reign as World Heavyweight Champion for only about 2 to 3 minutes tops. The storyline that evolved from that moment on was kind of that heel turning point for CM Punk, where Jeff Hardy was astonished that he would have the nerve, or the better word, audacity, to ever cash in on him, especially during his victory lap, right? And one of the best lines from the promo that came off one of those episodes of Smackdown, where CM Punk says, "Nowhere in that contract does it say, under any circumstances, do not cash in on Jeff Hardy." I think that's a great line that kind of showed CM Punk's first kind of defiant, arrogant attitude that really launched him into with that straight edge society type persona, being better than everybody. It didn't come out during this particular feud, but it was definitely laying that foundation for his heel run. And so the story that was told to where Jeff was getting retribution for that cash in, this was a great rematch, so to speak. All right, let's talk about emotion, and it goes right hand in hand with the storyline. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll circle back to emotion. Let's just talk about the match quality itself. It was a decent match, in my opinion. If you continue on in this series and this rivalry, it culminates to SummerSlam of that same year, where I feel like that match was a little bit better quality-wise, but to be fair, it was a TLC match, so it was a spot fest, more or less, but an overall really good match here at the Bash. Stakes, obviously, black and white. You had the World Heavyweight Championship up for grabs, that title that Jeff Hardy had only had in his possession for about 2 minutes to be stolen by CM Punk. All right, now let's talk about the emotion that was evoked from this, right? The punch to the gut that CM Punk did to us when we saw Jeff Hardy have that title in his hand, and it was this big emotional victory for all of us because we knew what Jeff Hardy was capable of. We watched him, just flourish as a singles competitor, only to have that title taken away from him a moment later just sucked the air out of the crowd, right? And so you come into this match, you want Jeff Hardy to get his retribution. And I'm just going to give a spoiler alert right now. If you want to go watch the match real quick and then come back to this review, I completely understand. But there was a spot towards the end of the match where Jeff Hardy got the pin. The 1-2-3 pin, might I add. CM Punk's leg was under the rope. So you had that rush from the crowd, the rush from Jeff Hardy, only to realize that he didn't actually get the win. The referee restarted the match, and CM Punk takes, I think, if I remember correctly, an elbow or something to the eye. And he's about half blind. The ref is trying to get Jeff Hardy out of the way. He can't see anything, and you see this awesome moment where he gives one of his patented high kicks to the back of the referee. And you sit there in kind of a stunned silence. You're asking yourself, did he do that on purpose? Was it an accident? Did he think that was Jeff Hardy? Or was it intentional so that he could get disqualified in a normal heel tactic? But because Punk continued to favor that eye and to show and work that eye, he was selling like crazy. And so you kind of wondered, like, okay, was that actually an accident? Did he mean to kick that referee to get the DQ? And so that evoked a lot of emotion from everybody. But he got the disqualification. Hardy won the match technically, but Punk kept the title. And it ensued this big brawl, and which goes hand in hand with the amount of drama that needs to come from a match, right? Everybody was shocked, whether you were pissed or whether you were excited to know that this rivalry was going to continue. It cultivated in what was the building blocks of a really good story where, you know, you couldn't fault CM Punk for any of this stuff, right? Even though it was technically his heel turn at the time, you couldn't blame him for cashing in on a vulnerable Jeff Hardy. You can't blame him for kicking a referee when he thought it was Jeff Hardy. It was a brilliant piece of storytelling that evoked emotion, had a lot of drama. It was a good quality match, and it is going to go down as, in my opinion, one of the most underrated matches on the WWE Network. So please make sure to take time to check out that match. Check out the whole rivalry. It's a really good story from start to finish. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know what matches you would like to see reviewed in the future. I appreciate you hanging out with me today, guys. Follow us on Twitter @FairFightAudio. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.